Welcome to the world of unique purpose trails. Today, I'm going to unfold a story full of excitement, adventure, not of a person who is with 30 years of experience, but who is in his early 30s. Enjoy the show. So, this unique choice, how did it all happen?
I'm also searching for that answer.
Adventure in one word?
Freedom.
That part of you which went into a different space with your biking experience as well.
We did 32 high altitude passes in a span of 8 days. We made 2 national records.
One fear you have overcome.
Uncertainty.
Any of your experiences where you felt, oh, this is painful, this is tough?
Lot of. There will be events where you will be questioning your choices.
Your driving force in life?
Purpose.
So, warm welcome to you, Shivank.
Thank you, Urmila.
Thank you so much for accepting our invite. And, I'm so excited about this conversation.
Same here, same here. I got a lot of energy for you today here. As I'm always.
Yeah. What is interesting about this conversation in my mind is that, I always have looked at people, their stories being from HR, and most often than not, the leadership stories, the unique choices that people make attract me. And most of them are with 30 years or 40 years of experience.
Yeah.
But here you are in the early 30s, and I know you have such an interesting life to unfold. In such a short span, you have done so much. And I'm sure that this is going to be a very interesting and meaningful conversation for our audience as well.
Yeah.
So let me straight jump into the first question. We just saw your clip, We can't describe in words what it means to really experience a life like that. So this unique choice, how did it all happen? What was it all about?
Actually, I'm also searching for that answer. How have I landed here? So I think it's been a lot of things which has happened in my childhood, in my growing up years, and I've done my regular education also. Like I did my engineering and was into a corporate setting as a senior project coordinator. And I think एक moment आता है when you are like, I want to do something much more meaningful which would resonate with me. तो धीरे धीरे करके I started traveling and Himalayas struck me like lightning and they got all my attention. So later I thought कि I should be doing something which is much more closer to how better and connected I feel. So that's how I am here in the outdoors and in the wilderness.
All right, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
What was the first trek that you went to? Tell me a little bit more about how that happened.
Uh, so there is one very popular trek in Himachal, and nowadays it has also become a day hike kind of thing. So it goes by the name Triun. That time I was a participant,
Okay.
not a trek leader, and thanks to my previous office colleagues who took me there, and you will not believe I didn't even knew the T of trekking, H of hiking, and it was a weekend trek. It's in Dharmshala, Himachal, and on the summit, when I saw the Dhauladhar mountain ranges, it was a very mesmerizing moment. This is something different I have never experienced in my life. And the seed of being in the outdoors and doing something permanent with this came with that trek, Triund.
Okay. The first trek
Yeah.
itself inspired you.
Yes, and it was back in 2017 or 18. I do not remember the year, but that was my first hike or trek, first Himalayan trek I did ever. Yeah.
I would like to go deeper into, this choice because it's not an easy choice considering our social fabric, the expectations from family,
Yeah.
a lot more, very structured career paths that
Yes.
people take. So how
Yeah.
was it like when you decided to move out of your, corporate space or the typical engineering education that
Yeah.
you took?
I come from a very humble middle class family, very loving family, and there was a lot of resistance. Why do you want to leave your well settled job? You're doing good, you're earning good money, and in an year or two get settled. Get settled means getting married, and then later whatever the society tells you. So earlier idea was to go like that. The defining moment was I was sitting in front of my laptop. It was around uh, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. in the night. I was waiting for some files to come to me and then to deliver it to the client. And I was like, okay, क्या ये पूरी लाइफ में सिर्फ यही करने के लिए बना हूँ? Has this life been gifted to me for only this purpose? And that was the moment I started researching how can I do more of this the fitness, the health, and everything which the God has given us. And this is how the leap of faith, I would say, I took. And I had to start from scratch because I have nobody from this uh,
Career path.
career path जो मुझे guide कर सके. It was only me.
Ah.
Just seeing unknown strangers on YouTube, Instagram, and then there was no chat GPT that time. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
and the internet was also not that much fluent that time. So limited exposure. But I had my own travels, which I started from my college days. Started with my friends, and then solo biking trips later when I got my first job. पैसा आने लगा तो फिर लगा कि अब कर सकते हैं. I didn't wanted to do it with dad's money. So this is the leap of faith one has to take if you think that you have got that calling. At least the idea was when in my 60s, when I would be retired and I would be sitting in a sofa or a rocking chair, I do not want that guilt that I never even tried. So I thought, okay, let's try it. Shivank, let's do it. And what will happen? In 4 or 5 months, if you quit, okay, come back to your traditional choices. But it's more than 3 years now.
More than 3
and
years.
I'm loving it. That's how it is.
And if you continue to do what you love, I believe you will never ever get old. That regret in 60 that you're talking about will not happen to you. They say that, the more lively you live, the more younger you look.
Yeah.
So that's what lovely, to hear that you are leading a life that you were looking for and
Yeah.
you made your own choices, went through all the resistance, but still looked at what your inner voice is guiding you all throughout.
Yeah.
But, sometimes whatever path we take, whether it's a traditional career path or just going with the thought that we have in mind, it gets difficult. The going gets tough.
Yes.
I would like to know a little bit more about any of your experiences where you felt, oh, this is painful, this is tough.
Lot of. There will be events, these moments which you're talking about, Urmila, where you will be questioning your choices. That you are doing good there. What was the need? You will be questioning your choices, you will be mocking yourself.
Ah.
So that self-criticism also comes in.
Yeah.
And those questioning moments does come, but it ensures like what has like this is my personal opinion here, that all those events will stronger your assurance that you are on the correct path.
They
There
make
are
you more stronger.
yes.
And your conviction happens.
Yes, and I think I will give you one such example. So, I was leading a team on a winter trek, and on the summit day, one night before, it snowed a lot, and the path was covered with a lot of snow. uh, from the starting of the summit day, it was like to like 1 foot something, and until the summit, it was 5.5 foot of snow, which me along with my other guides were cleaning that path, and it was a super difficult path using the ice axe, and your feet are numb. You are clearing the path for your trekkers, and it until the sun hits you, your toes will be cold inside, and you just have to bear it. There is no alternative to it. You are also wearing the micro spikes on your shoes, which gives you grip, so it is compressing your foot from outside the shoe. So uh, that day I thought, okay, I let me do this team, let my this trek happen successfully and safely. I'll go back to the base. Next day I'm going home. I'm done with this life. And I was at the summit. Everyone has reached successfully, and you see your team members, your trekkers, smiling, and some people in their vulnerability, they are having tears of happiness, and then it comes, no, Shivank, you are on the right path. The joy which you are feeling, you are able to communicate and convey, and uh, what to say, give it to those people who have come along with you, and that gives you that clarity कि नहीं नहीं, you are not on the wrong path, you are where you belong. Now those instances have become very rare because you are much more closer to your purpose.
Purpose.
Yeah.
And I see in this conversation that, you evolved as a person from leading self, making a choice what you were looking for, and slowly on that trail, on that journey, becoming a leader and trying to see how your purpose is getting linked to what you're offering for others.
Yes.
So let's dwell a little bit more about the leadership. I mean, it's not an easy job. See, trekking yourself is a challenge at a different level.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a trekker and I know what it means, especially on high altitude treks. But when you're responsible for a team, there are multiple challenges. So tell us a little bit, or at least narrate one story for us, which will help us understand how you stood to your purpose and values in the crisis and while you are playing a leader's role.
Sure. Like, this is an example. Uh, you're going on a trek, and you might have been to that trek multiple times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, maybe 10 times. If you're a trek leader, you will be repeating some treks with new people, new trekkers. It will happen that out of those 10 times, maybe 9 times, it has gone super butter smooth. And then there will be one such instance which will test each and every aspect of your leadership, how you keep your peace and calm, how you keep yourself composed, how you take care of others. Because I'm not saying this outdoor profession is difficult. Any kind of profession is difficult, be it in a sitting job, in the urban setting, or in the outdoors. But here, stakes are involved in terms of people's lives and well-being.
Yes.
In a sitting job, maybe you will just lose a project, or in the worst case scenario, you will just lose your job.
Yeah.
But here, you are responsible for the people who are coming with you, their well-being, sometimes their life also. So there is one such instance, and it is from a monsoon trek, Hamta Pass in Manali. Due to the climate crisis which we are seeing since a few years, the weather predictions sometimes doesn't work. And while you are in the Himalayas, they have their own microclimate. So and this is such trek where you do not have any connectivity. Once on from the day one, you lose whatever connectivity you have. So you just see what is the next 10 days weather looking like. But because it is a crossover trek, so it is telling the weather of Manali, and it is 5 nights and 6 days. On our first day, it is all dry, pleasant. Everyone is enjoying. First day we have completed. We are going on the second day. It starts drizzling, and for next 36 hours it is raining. So even if it was not raining cats and dogs, it is still raining, and you are in the outdoors. It is not stopping. Consistently it is raining, and this type of rain is much more concerning than a severe splash happening.
Okay.
Other than the cloud burst.
Okay.
Because this drizzle, this will keep on happening because the cloud buildup happens and it stays for long. And this was not in the weather prediction.
Oh my goodness.
It was so in the monsoon treks, you will be expecting some rain, and that is the season where those treks are running.
Yeah.
Second day we are enjoying the rain, walking, and because it has become too much, the volume of the water coming from the nalas, the waterfalls, it has become more. So, for example, on day 2, you have to cross one nala. Nala is not like the city nala; it is some
Fresh water stream.
So
Yeah, got it.
you form a human chain and you remove your shoes and you just cross it.
Yeah.
That's how it is a very enjoyable activity.
Yes.
But right now, the water has become muddy and the volume has become higher. You cannot go. Now you need a rope setup. It's known as a Tyrolean traverse. TT हम बोलते हैं.
हाँ.
So उसमें फिर harness के through we keep
Help
people
yeah.
and pull. For 2 days we are stuck at one campsite. We cannot move forward because there is a team at the next campsite which cannot attempt the summit because it is raining for them also, and they have a boulder section to cross on the pass day.
Okay.
And boulders are slippery and also falling also. Like a movie. It's happening in front of our eyes. And now the turning point comes. Turning point like the climax. The climax is you cannot go back because in the 2 days, the bridges which you have crossed, there were 2 to 3 bridges which you take from point A to B. Those have washed away. Those have washed away and you cannot go back. And so you are now totally disconnected. Until you are at the campsite, you are safe. You cannot move. You cannot forward or
you
backwards.
You can't go back. Oh my
we
God.
had enough ration.
We had supplies.
Yes, we had supplies. Okay. So the first thing which came into being a leader is to how to not make the trekkers panic.
Yeah.
While me being in the outdoors, but I'm not seeing this every day.
Yeah.
This is once in a blue moon situation.
You have chosen that.
Yes.
To
maybe I'm
extent.
ready.
Yeah.
But those people who have come for the first time, second time, or who do this once in a year, it is a big thing to see. Boulders falling. There are new river streams, nalas, which were not even there. And the jolly crossings, water crossings, which you just remove shoes and do, those water levels are up to your belly or chest. Cold water also. So now...
Ice cold water.
Yeah, so the major things comes whenever such things happen, so you need to not have that tunnel vision. So this is a technical term when it comes to first aid and outdoors, कि जब भी कुछ panic होता है and in the emergency you go into tunnel mode. You do not see the bigger picture.
Yes, yes.
And many people do go.
Yeah.
And trekkers, by like first day itself, like when we reached the campsite, it was raining that much that even if the waterproof sacks in which their clothes were there or their bags, it became wet. So now they were panicking. We do not have
No
dry
change of
clothes
clothes, yeah.
and what. So I said, it's okay. You're still alive. You know where you are. It's okay. Then what we did, we set up the batti, the stuff, in the dining tent, and let all the trekkers circle around it. So their body heat plus that body heat made one set dry.
So you talked about a very interesting aspect of this whole trekking part, which is dealing with uncertainty and dealing with
Yeah.
dangers that you can't predict.
Hmm.
Suddenly something happens, but you have to be all the time on your toes
Yeah.
as a leader, and that's not easy. First you have
Yeah.
to look at what are the options, look at providing solutions, blah blah blah, and then you try to see what best can work for everybody there.
Yes.
After such an episode, the reward that you get is what you were referring to in your conversation, that it's something that you can never forget, right?
Yeah.
People thanking you, having emotional expressions, all of that. So that is it right on our part to say that that is what keeps you going, or is there something else that keeps you going in this wilderliness?
Okay. I think this is some portion of it, because if our likeness or love for doing something is coming from how people are perceiving us and how they are communicating with us, then it might work in both ways.
Yes.
So the particular example which I gave from this, I was very proud of myself that how I had this. This was like the surface of the surface, the tip of the iceberg which I gave you. It was
Yeah.
much more severe.
Yeah.
So I had 25 trekkers in my team. So many were like once we were at some spot at the base where we know now we are out of that danger. I was able to take a short 15 minutes nap because I haven't had slept since 2 nights. So there were some people who were thanking me and the backend team who was there and everyone. And there were some people, those who were still complaining. So if we are always dependent on the feedback which we are getting from the people, then it might not work long time. So the self-assurance is much more important.
So you're saying as a leader, even when things fall apart, and your purpose, your path, you have given your 200%, your best. So whether the team members are appreciating or not, of course their appreciation will make you feel good because you're human, you want acknowledgements. But it doesn't matter, being a leader, whether really there is a reciprocation.
Yes. So there was a experiment conducted. I do not remember. This is a long back. I'm not talking about this outdoor field. Ki, when people are applauding, then you tend to work much better. So there was a basketball game going on. There were random people who knew very basic basketball, and it was tested that people will applaud no matter what. So the dunks which they did were much more higher, and then same person in that audience was
Audience is
told
not
to
responding,
tell them to boo, you're not doing good, and it came down. Now came a professional pair. So when everyone was applauding, maximum number of shots. When nobody was applauding and booing that player, it did not impact the dunking.
Wow, what a beautiful reflection, Shiva.
So initially, you will need that applauding when it is super cold in the morning or there is nobody to watch out when you are working hard. Then you must be able to applaud for yourself.
It was such an interesting conversation, and there is so much more to ask. Let's talk a little bit about how we met, because that was not a setting that anybody would expect.
Yes.
Um, so for people who are listening to us, we were actually, I was trekking in Kashmir region 2 years back, and this was supposed to be a very simple Tarsar Marsar trek. And unfortunately, when I landed in Kashmir, the permissions were not given for us to take that route. And we were told that there is a possibility. And there comes our trek leader. So usually in the earlier treks that I've been, I've seen trek leaders coming inside the bus saying hello to everybody. We were shown that there comes your trek leader, and you came on a bike. The sight was so very different because the trek leader is not going to be with you in the same bus. He is going to come on a bike to the base camp. Was itself a very exciting sight, but also very assuring that somebody who is adventurous, who is really going to leading our bus as well. And so I got an assurance that our next trek is happening.
Yeah.
And then the story unfolded. If you can help our listeners with some of that information, that would be nice.
I was told, Shivank, your team is at the Srinagar base and they all are very furious. The ground staff is taking a lot of anger and frustration. Keep in mind how you have to talk with them because you are their leader and they will be listening to you. And the first couple set of words or sentences what you tell them is gonna decide the relationship with them because you have to take the same set of people on a trek, possibly. And a lot of communication happened, and I think most of them, at least 90% of them, understood what was the situation, and nobody is prepared for it. And we were trying to do what we can do. Okay, what trek is now left? So then another trek came in, which was Pir Panjal Lakes trek. And the thing was, the itinerary has to be changed in terms of because the trek we were supposed to do was Tarsar Marsar, and it is a shorter and comparatively easier trek.
Yeah.
And Pir Panjal is moderate difficult, somewhere between that.
Yeah. Let me tell the listeners that the original itinerary was with no lakes, and going through all the way to a Kashmir trek where that you're looking forward to see those beautiful lakes was missing in the first itinerary completely. And so you looked at changing that itinerary.
Yeah, so I had to take that independent call as the trek leader of that trek.
It's really nice of you. And I know what kind of pressure you must have felt as a leader to deviate from what was given to you as a plan. Keeping in mind the people who are going with you, their aspirations, their desires, taking care of the safety as well as taking care of their, their happiness.
Yeah.
What was more interesting for me on that trek was that how you engaged the team. It wasn't really a heavy-hearted, painful, with anger and frustration kind of an experience. Once you took on after that first conversation, I remember you played a lot of games and you brought some different energy in the crowd. And in a no matter time, that, the team started thinking that, we are together in this.
Yeah.
And we are okay to take the risk.
Yeah.
So that was so beautiful. So tell me a little bit more about the games, how important they play a role, because, sometimes we forget when we are working that there is something else that can also help us ease.
Yes.
So how does this play a role in the seriousness of the risk and the trek and all of that? Is this something that you started? Is this something that you keep researching on?
This is how I think. This is not what I started, but there is a unique style to every outdoor leader. Be someone who is leading trips, who is leading treks, or maybe motorbiking expeditions or climbing expeditions. That it's not just only going from point A to B.
Yeah.
What is happening in between makes it the experience memorable for your lifetime.
So the journey matters.
Journey matters.
Yeah.
If you remember, we had a lot of games which sets up you for the entire day. Maybe somebody might not have taken good sleep, and maybe they are not ready. So if you are ready from here, then rest of the body copes up. I'm not saying that
Go on a trek without preparation.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's more about this. So and also when we are concerned about the entire team, the activities, the games, and the conversation which we have brings the inclusivity factor.
Yeah.
So if it is a team of 20-25 people, everyone will have their own nature.
Yeah.
Someone will be an introvert, someone will be an extrovert, someone is here on this trek to just enjoy, and the reasons of enjoyment and being on a trek is different for everyone.
I agree.
So all these activities brings together the common stage.
Yeah.
If for example there are some people who will not be interacting with everyone,
Yeah.
but for that moment they will know
At
yes,
least they get to
I'm
know.
with
Yeah,
the rest
that-
of the team also. And it also helps in ways, it's not just only for enjoyment and fun. It tells everyone that this set of people is not just a team, this is a family for next 4, 5, 6 days
Yeah.
of adventure. These are the people who are gonna help you. Your family back at home, friends back at home, they don't
They
even
don't
know
matter.
where you are.
They don't matter anymore.
Yeah. So you have at that moment, present moment, current moment, that's how, and those people are your immediate family members.
No, I can vouch for it because I remember at one point at one mountain, which was kind of 45-degree angle. And you talked about different personalities on a trek, but I'm talking about even different age groups, right? I think I was the oldest in that trek, if I remember right. And obviously the rest all had more energy and more, preparation for the trek. So at a 45-degree angle, you're supposed to climb that mountain, you remember? And everybody started, immediately rushing on the trek trail. And you stayed back with me and you said you take your own speed and be with your own rhythm. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But interestingly, I also noticed that by then you had prepared the team so much so that the people who went ahead in rush, also whenever they paused for rest, they applauded me, they were calling me out,
Yeah.
they were saying, ma'am, come, I'm sure you're going to do this. So all that energy and the experience was so beautiful, and thanks to those games.
Yeah. I had some basic direction of the map, which was given by the backend team, operations team, and the long-term exposure of being in the outdoors, the navigation part. By that time, I was not very fluent with how to read topography. We didn't had even. So I knew which direction we have to go, but necessarily the correct there is no correct. Whenever you are in the outdoors, it's like there is
There is
no
no
correct
right or
way,
wrong, yeah.
right or wrong way.
Yeah.
There is right sense of direction.
Hmm.
That if you know where you are on the map, then you are never lost. That's what it is
What an
saying.
interesting point that you're bringing up from a leader's perspective.
Yeah.
You're saying that, if you know that your purpose,
Hmm.
you know your goal, your summit,
Yeah.
probably in between, if you're lost, it's still okay. There is no right or wrong. Keep going,
Keep going.
keep going. Interesting.
And many times it also happens, you will have zero idea
Huh.
कि whether
Zero
this
visibility, yeah.
route will take you where you are meant to be. So sometimes it has to be like it happens in our life that you do not know whether it is right or wrong.
Yeah.
You have to take these steps.
Yeah.
And just like how we navigate in our cars and bikes when we are using maps, there is no wrong turn. If you take, if
A
you haven't
particular
taken,
turn,
it will
yeah.
tell you another route. That's
Yeah.
how it is. But yeah, in the outdoors, I will not specifically say this because many people might be watching this and they say कि आपने कोई भी रास्ता लेने के लिए बोला था. That's not how it is. Understand the topography first.
Be
Prepare.
mentally ready.
Yeah.
Be mentally ready, but create a plan and also be agile.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Try
have to be flexible.
understand that there are new factors coming in, new
Absolutely.
variables coming in. And so you have to be mentally ready.
Mentally ready. And like you have to rise above the factor which is known as uncertainty.
Yeah.
It uncertainty happening is a certainty in the
I love
outdoors.
that. Yeah.
So
what is not planned is what you're going for in any ways when
Yeah.
you're going on a trek. All right, very interesting. And I want to come back to that point where I saw you first on a bike.
yes.
We talked about trekking so much. Let's now go into an area which is probably the key
Mm.
of, adventure,
Yeah.
the biking. How did that start? And, what is it that keeps you going on a bike?
I think the earliest credit would go to my dad.
Okay.
So even he had that, but he hasn't been into trips and all. But seeing him since my childhood, riding a two-wheeler, going to the office, and also when I used to sit in front with him, he used to give me, okay, catch the handle.
Okay. So he was your
Driving factor, and he's
Motivation.
motivation.
Yeah.
That's how the love of like riding a motorcycle came in. So he had a two-stroke 250cc bike in his time. Right now he's closing in 70 years of age, and it was a big thing to have that kind of bike. That's how the love of two-wheelers came in. And after college, since my first job, I started doing small trips. My workplace was in Gurgaon somewhere, so from Gurgaon to maybe Agra or shorter trips, and then later during COVID, work from home became work from anywhere. I started traveling with my laptop, and then Himalayas came into the picture. And then those curves and those speed was not my intent, but absorbing in the scenery. Whenever you are riding a bike, it's like you are part of that frame.
yeah.
If it is sunny,
It's a different experience. I mean, the way you feel the wind, the way you feel the openness.
yes, I would want to feel the mud, the rain, everything. That's how it gives me the thrill and the feel of being
Yeah,
in the
adventure.
outdoors also, and being the part of the
Yeah.
entire nature's frame.
Yeah, I can relate
Yeah.
to that so much because I just did my Leh Ladakh
Yeah.
biking trip last year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to come to this, riding a bike, excitement, riding from one city to another,
Yeah.
and riding in a different terrain or doing an expedition. They are not the same. There is a different, skill set needed.
Needed. absolutely.
So tell me a little bit more about that part of you which went into a different, space with your biking experience as well.
Okay. Apart from my own solo trips, so I have also led uh, Ladakh expeditions, led groups, uh, and riding in the Himalayas is totally a different experience. So, and for a true biker, I will say this that not a pseudo biker, but for a true biker, Ladakh is like the pilgrimage of motorbiking, and I think I am blessed enough that I got the opportunity to work with an organization briefly to lead teams, big 10 days expeditions going exploring a lot of places. Apart from that, that was happening on a good bike, then off-road bike.
Yeah.
But also, many people will have a tendency to say, "Ki if I have a good bike, then I would be able to do it." But on the contrary, I do not agree with this. It's it's always the pilot, not the plane, as it's mentioned in Top Gun movie by Tom Cruise. So uh, this year in September, I did I worked on a commercial project with one of the two-wheelers brand. So they were launching a scooter this year, a 200cc scooter, and the plan was to do 18 high altitude passes in Ladakh on that scooter. So, in comparison with a bike, the scooter has a smaller radius wheels, lesser power, and lesser off-roading capability.
Yes.
So I was the lead rider in that project. Uh, Not just 18, we did 32 high altitude passes in a span of 8 days in October. In October, Ladakh becomes cold.
Yeah.
And there were some political events also happening, a lot of protests also. Those happened in front of my eyes in Leh. So in that turmoil and everything, we were able to, with of course with the help of the entire crew, we were able to achieve that. And consequently, we made two national records.
Wow.
So one was covering 32 high altitude motorable passes on a scooter, and if we add up the average altitude gain, if we add up each day, it was roughly along like in par with 4 times the height of Mount Everest.
Wow.
So these were the two records, which is in my name and that brand's name.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
it was a very adventurous project, and this is how I also wanted to tell everyone that it's always the pilot, not the ride, not your motorbike.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Shivank, we've been speaking for some time now, and I want to ask you a very crucial question. You have been on the mountains, you have been on the bike, all difficult terrains, calls for a lot of physical fitness. But people say that if you really look at it, the mental game really matters. What's your take on it?
Uh, I 100% agree with that. Physical preparation, fitness preparation will always give you the edge, the power to initiate things, and it will also put you on a leverage side. You will have better experiences. I will not deny this. Always prepare for that. But it is sometimes of no use when this power is not there.
Yeah.
I have my own set of personal experiences. So one of them being was in the initial days of my outdoor career. Uh, I was full of excitement. That I was loving it. I still love it, but I was overexerting myself. one after another trek and hike and give me whatever challenge you have, give me, and I overexerted myself, and I was ignoring the calls of my physical health. So I had some nerve compression in my lower back, and I thought, okay, this is new. Maybe this pain will go away because I'm new. This is only 3-4 months have gone by, but it was a call from my physical body that you need to take it slow. And I ignored it until the pain went on to my legs, and then eventually my toes started feeling numb.
Oh, oh.
Then finally, I had to take a break of around 1.5 months or 2 months, total rehab, physiotherapy, and now comes the mind to mind talk. The conscious mind having a debate with a subconscious mind. कि शिवांक अब हो गया तेरा, you are done now. 3-4 months was the only ability you had, and now return to what you are doing. तुमने कर लिया, बहुत है. But there was another, जैसे ये negative self talk था, there was another positive guiding force also, which might have come from how my upbringing was, how the events have shaped me who I am today or in that particular year. There was some guiding force, and that is, we call it guiding force, but it is all here. So I changed the perspective. Okay, this might be a new challenge, and maybe this is coming with a lesson. What new I need to learn, and maybe I need to rebuild my confidence in myself. That's why the universe has given me this opportunity. I stopped taking this as a adversity. I started seeing it as a learning opportunity. And this, from then, my self criticism became positive. Just like if if we are giving someone feedback, so now put yourself into that picture. If I am giving myself a feedback, it should be constructive. It should not be destructive.
Yeah.
Which helps me grow.
Yeah.
So I think it comes with a lot of factors and a pinch of being connected to your spiritual self.
Yeah.
And what connection you have with the realm, the universe. So I think that power does help you. I have seen people who are like big muscles, avid gym goers, and they come with full confidence that I go to the gym, I lift heavy weights. Maybe I will not go into depths of what kind of workouts they are having. So I have seen suffering them from day one only.
Yeah.
Because the willpower is missing.
Yeah.
And maybe certain kinds of preparation is missing. And the most prioritized preparation should be from here, and then your body will follow.
Okay.
So that's what my take here is.
Very
Both, like, this
interesting.
is the real game, always.
Okay. And so, what I hear you say is that if you really feel that this is the most difficult part, being empathetic to yourself,
Yeah.
doing the self talk in a way that you're guiding yourself to cross that bridge, and also believing in yourself is what helps.
Yes. And also it also helps if this is in your control. And this has helped me also. Surround yourself with people who have that, which match your energy, who will also see you. If I am having a phase or a time or moments where I'm not feeling myself or low, that surrounding people create that environment to make us believe again.
Interesting.
So I think if it is in your control, then look out for the company of such people. And but the most important company is of
You
our
with
own
yourself.
ourselves. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's really beautiful. Very insightful.
Yeah.
So, Shivank, we've been talking for some time. I'm going to get into a quick rapid fire round.
I'm
Are
excited.
you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You have to give me a one word answer to
I'll
the
try my best.
questions that I ask. And you may not take more than 3 seconds to answer.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Hiking or biking?
Biking is the first love.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
Your favorite place?
Himalayas.
One fear you have overcome.
Uncertainty.
A place that feels like home?
Again, Himalayas.
Adventure in one word?
Freedom.
The emotion you feel at the summit?
Gratitude.
Health in one word?
Wealth.
Your driving force in life?
Purpose.
Thank you. That was interesting.
Yeah. I got a lot of answers myself also.
So, Shivank, like I said, this is such a meaningful, interesting conversation, journey that unfolds with so much of, more that you want to know.
Yeah.
As much as, as much as you hear, more and more is what you want. I would like to know if you want to leave any message for our listeners today, um, anything that you want to say to the young crowd.
Okay. I think if you have even 1% of leverage to take a leap of faith, then do take it. Because sometimes the path may not be clear, but the initiation is the only difficult part. The initiation is the only difficult section of any project. You start on that, I think, जैसे मैं आपसे कहता था ना ट्रैक पे, only concentrate on your next 10 steps.
Yeah.
Don't worry about how much we have to cover.
Yes.
I think I would like to give that message that next 10 steps is the only steps you want to concentrate on, and rest of the journey lights up automatically.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time with us, and look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you, Urmila. Thank you for having me.